We start this video with number five. We got Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley is now an Philadelphia Eagle. I think it's crazy how he moved from New York to Philly. But at the same time, I mean, Philly's got a good proposal out there. They got a great team. I think they got the ability of being contenders. New York's got a better team, but they also don't know what their QB situation is, and the Eagles are more of a contending team to go to a Super Bowl than the Giants are. So I mean, for his move, for his career, good move for him, man. Definitely looking to see about his health. Hopefully, he can stay healthy throughout the year. He's had some, injuries in the past, but it doesn't mean that he hasn't been a outstanding running back when he's healthy. Um, Saquon's 27 years old. He's 5 years in the league. Signed a 3-year, $37.75 million deal with the Eagles. Played 14 games, 247 carries for 962 yards, 3.9 average per carry with 6 touchdowns, 2 fumble, 2 lost, 41 receptions for 280 yards and 4 touchdowns. No playoffs, no accolades, mainly because of the injuries. But overall, this is a guy that is a rushing leader type running back. This is a guy that put together well, really hard to stop. I mean, I'm not going to compare him to some all time greats, but at best, I've seen him be elusive like a Barry Sanders. I've also seen him hard to bring down like an Emmett Smith. I'm not gonna honestly he does have that potential. Just injuries have dethroned him from being so elite. But he's still a top five running back in this league. Anyone sees Saquon's name and they know he's special. It's a special running back, and I hope that Philly gives him that ability to become a special running back this coming year. All right, number four, we got Josh Jacobs, man. Josh Jacobs last year was number three. He only moves down one spot, and that's mainly because there is a new number one guy, and that kind of pushed everyone down. Um, Definitely injuries have hurt Josh Jacobs in the past. Um, I feel like with this guy, it's like an up and down season with him. One year he's going all out, leading the league in scrimmage yards, and the next year he gets injured for 4 games. So I mean, it's something that's I feel frustrated for him. But running backs do not have it easy, man. When you're getting fed the ball and you're running through D linemen, linebackers, you know what I mean, using them legs. I mean, you're gonna get tackled hard, and it's not an easy life for running back, man. You look at a Josh Jacobs, dude, 26 years old, 4 years in the league. He signed a 4-year, $48 million contract with the Packers. So he is a Packer now after being a Raider for so long. We will see how that works. For Green Bay, it's going to be amazing. For Las Vegas, I feel like that's a huge, I don't know, it's a huge loss, honestly. But, I mean, he's going on to a better team. Definitely, that's a great upgrade from Aaron Jones. And that's a Green Bay team that definitely can be Super Bowl contenders definitely this year. 13 games that he played, 233 carries for 805 yards, 3.5 average per carry with 6 touchdowns, 2 fumbles, 1 lost, 37 receptions for 296 yards and a fumble, no accolades, and no playoffs. But that will change next year. That will definitely change. He'll be in the playoffs. Packers will definitely be using him, and I hope that he goes back to his old form. So that'd be entertaining to watch. Number three, Nick Chubb, dude. This is a guy that suffered a gruesome injury from the Pittsburgh Steelers game, where his knee pretty much bent backwards in such a weird and terrible angle that it just looks like he had no knee on that play. It was a nasty injury. Definitely, I do not want to show it on here. It was bad, man. It was a bad injury that made him miss the whole year. I believe he only played 2 games this past year. But why is he number three? Just because of the impact that he has had in the Browns organization. Um, the impact that he's had is tremendous. I mean, he's done his thing, man. He's done a tremendous job of just being a workhorse, bringing his lunch pail, and kind of just being that blue collar kind of player all the time. And puts up great numbers, 1,000 yard rushing yards. Almost every year he's been in the league. I believe maybe every year. I'm not too sure about it. Did not look into it in that depth. But a guy that you want there. Doesn't say much. Just runs hard. Um, really hard to stop. Fantastic shifty feet. And just overall, great running back, man. And when he comes back, I definitely hope to see hopefully back to the same Nick Chubb. I think technology. I'm sure recovery, medicine. I feel like he'll be back to where he can be. But this is it's a serious injury, dude. Adrian Peterson had it. Saquon had it. So we'll see how it goes. Nick Chubb, though, he definitely deserves to be on this list. He's 28 years old, 5 years in the league, 1 year, $2.27 million. Again, tore his knee. Only played 2 games for 28 rushes, 28 carries, 170 yards, and 6.1 average, and 4 receptions for 21 yards. Um, yeah, that's about it. Overall, though, um, this is a guy that is a Pro Bowler. This is a guy that's an All Pro. So he'll be back. But yeah, he should stay on this countdown as where he's at right now. All right, at number two, got Derrick Henry. Last year was the best running back in the league. Um, just number one of this year. Was debatable last year, and he just kind of proved that he is on top of the mountain right now for it. But number two is Derrick Henry. I mean, he's still, yeah, he's aging, but he's going to a great team. He's going to another, run first team. It's going to feed him the ball. He's still Derrick Henry. Still, he's only 30 years old, so he's still got some life in him. I think he'll do wonders in Baltimore. Um, and as a fan of Baltimore, I am very excited to have Derrick Henry. I mean, I'm excited to see what he's going to do against, some tough nose opponents, especially in that AFC North division. That is not easy. Um, 1 through 4, it's not easy. So overall, yeah, excited to have him. Derrick Henry, 30 years old, 7 years in the league. He signed a 2 year, $16 million deal with the Ravens. Um, Last year, he played all 17 games for 280 carries. He had 1,167 rushing yards, 4.2 average per carry with 12 touchdowns. He also had 28 receptions for 214 yards. He was a Pro Bowler. Nothing else, but I mean, it's Derrick Henry. He's got all pro potential still. Maybe he's slowing down, maybe slightly, but Tennessee just wasn't looking fantastic by the end of this 7 year run that he had with him. So overall, I mean, it's for the best, and he's going to do well in Baltimore. I really do believe that. Last but not least, dude, you got Christian McCaffrey. Number one, best running back in the league by far. Um, can do it on every single level, man. From obviously running the ball to catching the ball to blocking to even throwing the ball. He's just got a lot of skills, a big, large skill set, and it's just been the best trade that the Niners could have had back in that time to even make a chance for a Super Bowl title. I mean, obviously their chances are still high this year, regardless of that Super Bowl loss. I mean, they still pretty much got everyone back. They're just getting older, so they're gonna need to do something quick. They're gonna need to do something now because this is not a team that's going to always forever be explosive and amazing. Eventually, they're going to have to pay a lot of their dudes. So, especially Brock Purdy. Now's the time. Now's the time, and that's all I got to say about it. McCaffrey, 27 years old, 6 years in the league, 2 years, $28.48 million left on his deal. So, it's coming. Um, 16 games that he played. 272 carries for 1,459 yards, 5.4 average per carry, with 14 touchdowns, 2 fumbles, 2 lost. He also had 67 receptions for 564 yards, 7 touchdowns, and a fumble. Against Green Bay, Detroit, and the Chiefs, 59 rushes for 268 yards and 4.5 an average, with 4 touchdowns, 1 fumble, 1 lost, and 19 receptions for 152 yards and a touchdown. He was third in the MVP voting. He was Offensive Player of the Year. He was a first-team All-Pro, and he was a Pro Bowler. That's can't get any better than that. So overall, he is the best running back in the league, and I expect him to have another fantastic year. Hopefully, he continues to be healthy and not have injury issues that he did in Carolina. So definitely like Christian McCaffrey. He is a baller. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what this Niner team does this year.